Sports world, what's happening? It's your boy Scripture Stalk. Listen, I just watched a clip from First Things First. Of course, the big news right now is the Lakers being eliminated, and it had some funny, well, not funny, but some expected takes from Nick Wright and Chris, and even Wiles chimed in. I included the link to the actual clip in the comments. But anyway, Nick Wright went first on his comments and thoughts about this being the most disappointing season in Lakers history. And by the way, on the podcast with the Max Kellerman and Jay Will and Keyshawn Johnson, they're calling it possibly the worst or most disappointing season in sports history. Basically, because they had all that mouth in the beginning and it fizzled out. But anyway, Nick Wright says that this season was unacceptable. And it's like the first time, again, that top odds didn't make it. But the first person he spoke on was Anthony Davis. He was saying that the person that Anthony Davis used to be doesn't exist anymore. And he put up this chart of people who had 10 35-point games and made the point that Anthony Davis was nowhere on it for this season. And so my whole thing is, first of all, how can he get that many points without that many touches? Never mind if he's injured or not. We're talking about when he's in the game. He can't get that many touches because of Russell Westbrook being a point guard, but LeBron James hogging the ball from even Russell Westbrook. So AD is not going to get enough touches to make those points. So I don't understand that. And the other point was, since he can't get the touches that he needs to make the 35 points, he's not on the list, which means he never would have existed for the category Nick was talking about in the first place. So how can you say he doesn't exist anymore if he was never in that category to begin with? Even in the championship bubble, I don't think he scored 35 points in that season every game. That's just not what his numbers are supposed to be. So moving on to what Chris said, Chris also put it on AD first. That was the first name out of his mouth, which again validates my point that LeBron is masterful in what he did. He knew when he left Cleveland to go to LA the rosters he wanted and the way he wanted to go about it, because he can deflect. He gets as Turod would call it, the lightning rod to be Russell Westbrook. You turn down DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield to get Russell Westbrook. There's a reason for that, people, and it's working out for LeBron. But anyway, so he says AD must be content to be the scorer that he is and not be the dominant player. But again, people, how can you expect AD to take over when LeBron won't let go of the ball? The man is shooting 29 times a night, and he's missing more than he's making. But he'll end up with 38 or 40 points with no defense, and everybody will be praising him. So it doesn't make any sense. Then he started in on Russell Westbrook. He said, it was a bad move at the beginning of the year. And my whole thing is, if everybody is saying Russell Westbrook is a bad fit for the Los Angeles Lakers, you mean to tell me that LeBron James didn't see that? Or did he see it and wanted that for a reason? It's almost like the Matrix, guys. Wake up, open your eyes. And finally, he got to LeBron. And I like this point that he made. This was a great point. He says, LeBron being braggadocious versus LeBron being humble. When LeBron went back to Cleveland from Miami, he was like, hey, I'm not expecting nothing. We're just going to see where this thing goes, and ended up getting a championship rather quickly in the 4-year tenure. But when he went to Miami and he was on that not 1, not 2, not 3, or when he first got to LA and he was like, my playoff mode is activated. And then even this year when he was like, keep that same energy when everything starts, like he just knew what he was going to do and how he was going to be big and bad. All three of those instances fizzled out. So I think that was a great point that Chris made. And then they let Wiles come on, and Wiles also, went with to keep that energy pedigree. And he was like, yeah, we're going to keep that same energy, LeBron, because you and Rob Pelinka and Russell Westbrook, y'all had all these comments and things to say at the beginning of the year, and y'all were all arrogant, and now you're not even in the play-in with 3 games left in the season. So I like those takes that Chris and Wiles had at the end. Nick, he likes to pull up these statistics, but those statistics need to be in context. You guys let me know what you think. I'll catch up with you.